Welcome to GCSE Music at Royds Hole with me, Miss Hudson. Okay, why choose GCSE Music? It's a highly practical and creative course and is designed for students with previous experience of music to develop their skills in performing, composing and analysing pre-existing music. It's ideal preparation for students who are looking to study music at post-16, so colleges, universities and so on. You will develop skills in performing songs in a variety of styles as a solo musician and in groups, analysing and understanding different styles of music, and developing your compositional skills so you can create your own songs and compose to a set brief. So GCSE Music is a 2-year course that consists of 4 areas of study. The first being AOS 1, Musical Forms and Devices, where it's covering the Western classical tradition. So you'll be looking at composers such as Bach, Beethoven and Mozart. Moving on, AOS 2, Music for Ensemble. So it does link back to the AOS 1 with the Western classical tradition, but it adds additional things such as musical theatre and blues and jazz. Then AOS 3, Film Music. So we'll be looking at music from films, how it's composed, and looking at composers such as John Williams and Star Wars. And then AOS 4, Popular Music. We'll be looking at the development of pop music from the 50s up to current day and how they've been composed and performed. And we will do some of that as well. Okay, outline of the course. Component 1, performing. So this makes up 30% of your final grade, and you will need to perform on your instrument or voice 2 pieces lasting a total of 4 minutes, recorded in the year of assessment, so year 11. 1 piece must be an ensemble, so a group piece, lasting at least 1 minute, and the second piece is linked to an area of study. So to give an example, if you are a violin player, you play classical violin, you will be linked to AOS 1, Musical Forms and Devices. If you play the drums or you're a rock singer or rock guitarist, you will probably pick a piece that will link to AOS 4, Popular Music. Finally, the grade 3 is the standard level. So those of you who take music lessons outside of school, you'll have the opportunity to do grades 1 to 8. And for GCSE, grade 3 is considered a standard level. So by the end of year 11, or by the time you perform your final pieces in year 11, which is usually about half term, February time, you'll be expected to be at grade 3 standard to get those good marks. Okay, next component, component 2, composing. Again, like performing, it's 30% of your final grade, and it has 2 pieces. So 1 is in response to a brief set by Educas. So in the September of year 11, I'll give you a brief from Educas. It'll have 4 choices, 4 different styles of how to compose in, and you choose one and compose in that style. And then your second composition is a free composition. So in other words, you can compose in whatever style you wish. Finally, component 3, appraising. And this makes up 40% of your final grade. And it's a listening exam, and it lasts for 1 hour, 15 minutes. It's made up of 8 questions and 2 on each area of study. So in other words, there's 2 questions on AOS 1, 2 on AOS 2, 2 on AOS 3, and 2 on AOS 4. 6 out of the 8 questions is classed as unfamiliar listening. So we haven't studied the songs in class, but you might have heard of the songs before. But we'll have done loads of listening techniques and exam questions, so you'll be well prepared to answer those questions with your knowledge. And the remaining 2 questions are classed as set work. So we'll have studied those 2 pieces in detail in class, okay? It's important to note that 60%, so the performing and composing, 60% of your final grade is coursework. So that means you do it within class, I mark it, and then it goes to somebody else to check my marks. And then the final 40% of the exam is obviously sent off and marked by another examiner. Okay, what do we do in lessons? So we obviously practice and perform from a variety of eras and genres, both solo and in groups. So we try and perform as much as possible, develop our composing skills on instruments and using the iMac, so music technology, and appraise many different styles of music through practical and listening activities. So even though there is quite a big element of the course, as you can see, 40%, that is a written paper, listening paper. But what we try and do is do lots of listening exercises and then play the pieces that we've actually written about. Okay, will I be suitable for the course? You must be prepared to be professional, committed, and reliable. You must be prepared to practice. You must be prepared to practice your instrument in order to get the required standard in the performing component. So, as we've talked about before, you need to have that commitment to practice your instrument. Okay. Right. Other things you need to be able to do: attend rehearsals during and outside school time. Be ready for all assessed performances. Complete all public performances to the best of your ability. Help create a positive and productive working atmosphere. Conduct yourself in a professional manner on all occasions, especially at public events. Show development as a musician over the course, and handle coursework on time and to the best of your ability. Okay, what qualifications will you receive? So it's like any other GCSE, so it's graded 1 to 9, 1 being the lowest and 9 being the highest. So skills in music, what do you develop? Performance and confidence, composing, appraising and theory, practical application of IT, using the IMAX, verbal and written communication skills, people management, time management, motivation and commitment, and the ability to work independently, which I'd say the last one is very important because obviously the coursework for 60% is independent work, coursework. Okay, post 16. So if you achieve a GCSE in music, you can go on to study the following courses: A-level music, A-level music technology, BTEC level 3 music performance, BTEC level 3 music technology, and BTEC level 3 performing arts. Okay, here are just some of the examples of jobs you can go on and do. I will just pause the screen so you can have a little read of them. Finally, questions. Is there any written work? Yes, certainly. This is a GCSE containing a written listening paper in Year 11, which is 40% of the final grade. In preparation for this, there will be a variety of written listening and research tasks, as well as exam-style questions. So, do I have to perform in front of an audience? You will definitely need to perform in front of the rest of the class and the teacher for assessments. Can I choose who I work with? You need to be open to working with anyone in the option group. This is a really important skill to have. I'm always open to discussion and listening to who you think you will work best with, and especially when it comes to assessment groups. Do I have to do any work after school? Yes, you'll be expected to take private lessons in your chosen instrument and attend rehearsals when working towards a final performance assessment. Attendance of extracurricular clubs such as choir and band skills are strongly recommended. Is there a lot of homework? Homework will vary from performance practice and written listening and research tasks throughout the course. Regular practice of your chosen instrument is essential on a weekly basis. Do I have to be in the school show? This is not compulsory, however, it's highly recommended because this is a performance course. So you might be singing on the stage if you're in the show, or alternatively, if you're an instrumentalist, you will be in the band. Okay, thank you very much for your time. I've been Miss Hudson, and if you've got any questions, please email me on ann.hudson@sharemat.co.uk. Okay, thank you. Bye now.